In this video I'll go over how to install PluginInstaller, which then can be used to install a number of our Rico plugins. So the first thing to do is to open up your web browser and going to a website plugininstaller.com. So that's fairly straightforward. This works the same on PC and on Mac. So on that website, if you scroll down a bit, you find the plugin installer download and setup. Click it. So there's a little bit of info for people that have been using Rico plugins in the past and need to know how it's different from the old activation system. Scroll down a little bit so you find the download link to the plugin installer, and you need to pick the right version. So currently I'm doing this on a PC which has an Intel processor, so I'll take this link. If you're on a Mac, you would take this thing. So let's open that. So that will download the plugin installer, so which takes a little wee while to download. So now once it's downloaded, it'll appear in my downloads folder. So it's still downloading, but I want to install the plugin installer into my programs folder. So what I'll do is I go to drive C, because that's where my program files are. So it depends. So other people might have a different drive. And then I look into my program files folder. So I already have installed plugin installer. So I'll just delete this. So essentially this is how you would see the computer if it has never had the plugin installer. Your program files does not have plugin installer. If you have an older version, it's safer to delete it first. And then you can open up the zip file and just drag plugin installer into your program files folder. So on Mac you would drag it into your applications folder. So it works pretty much the same on Mac and on PC. There are some slight differences, of course, because the platforms are different. Now, once it has been copied, the installation process just amounts to running the program. If you run plugin installer once, it'll actually determine where it is and it will make the necessary registry entry. So all I need to do is go into the plugin installer folder and double click plugininstaller.exe. So on Mac you just double click the plugin installer application. So that starts it, and that's it. So now plugin installer is installed. It's configured. It has done everything it needs to do. Now if you have never run plugin installer before, you need to create an account. So you can create a single account and use it on multiple computers. So if you have an existing account, you can export and import it onto other computers, but you need at least one account. Important is not to use the developer here, the plugin installer mode. Don't change that from standard, leave it on standard. So all I need to do is now first click the new button, enter an email address, for example chris@rorohico.com. Oops, no, my name first, sorry, Chris Copiers, and my email is chris@rorohico.com. Then I need to put in an unlock code that's like a password, and I need to do it twice to make sure. So this unlock code is something that you need to remember and note down, because if you lose it, we cannot retrieve it. It's not retrievable. So it's up to you to make a good record of what that unlock code is, because this unlock code will be needed if you transport the account to another computer. Okay, so now I can click OK. So now this account has been created on my local computer, but it has not been registered yet. So that's important. If you don't register accounts, the action is not complete and you cannot yet use it. So one thing you could need to do is save unlock code. Only do this on a computer that you own, like don't do it on a computer in an internet cafe. So now I click register, and that will actually send out an email that I need to click a link in. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly go into my email client and retrieve the emails. Here, please confirm. So you get an email. So, and if you click that link in the email, that actually takes you a page which is very barren. It just says registration is complete, and then you see now it becomes a smiley face. So you want a little smiley face next to your account. Now the account has been registered and is ready for use. So from this point onwards, you can go to browse the store for software and, for example, look into our products and start picking a product. For example, you might want to try Frame Reporter. So if you see a product, you can click this, and that will create a bookmark in Plugin Installer, or you could click More Info. So either way, so I'll just click this thing. See, and this has now created a bookmark in the Plugin Installer. The important thing is that at the moment our plugins do not yet auto install with Plugin Installer, so there is still a manual installation process. The thing that does go through Plugin Installer is the purchase operation, so you can actually put in a reference and you can start so you can purchase products. Okay, so but at the moment no installation of C++ plugins. Other tools, like for example text exporter or swimmer, like various scripts, they can be installed through the plugin installer. See, like essentially the difference is here there is a download folder. You can download, and then once it's downloaded you can install and uninstall and so on. So that's the difference. So plugins not installable via the plugin installer yet, but at least you have the activation and the purchase options. So to install a plugin, you need to follow the instructions on the plugin web page, and you can go to that web page either via the store window. So if I go back to Frame Reporter, I could click More Info, or I can just select a bookmark and click web page, and that also takes me to the same information page where the installation instructions are. Okay, so that's the plugin installer. So how to install and activate an account.